DreamHack Masters Winter is brought to you by Intel, Corsair, Monster Energy, MSI, and U.S. Air Force.
For waiting for us. We've got one more best of three coming out for you today. We're here at the DreamHack Masters Winter 2020, and we've got the Group B winners match coming your way. It's TeamOne taking on Mythic, and it's time to see which of these two teams will be able to march on forward to the playoffs. I've got Pimp with me, I've got Maniac with me, I've got a new lease of life, I've had some food, I've had some Monster Energy. Let's go!
He's got the energy.
You lost it already, man.
He got
seconds into the segment, and you're already out of it. I'm excited. We got TeamOne playing again. You know, yesterday we saw them play well. We saw them play some more structured Counter-Strike. We saw a couple of players who I look forward to see tonight, Maluki being one of them with the AWP. So I'm excited about this one. I think it could be a good one. Going up against the Stream team as well has some flair to it.
Is that how we named them, the Stream team now?
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh, you know. We'll wait and see. Maybe they aren't the Stream team. Okay, Pimp, okay. I've got a sports buff quiz for you guys at home, though, once again. And this time, you've got to try and get this one right. Which player had the best KD at the DreamHack Masters in Malmo last year? Was it A, Device, B, Zywoo, C, Woxic, or D, Henny? Maybe not as easy as you would think, but maybe Maniac has the answer.
I actually don't. If I had to make a guess, I'd say... No, you thought I was going to go for Zywoo, huh? You thought. I just got you on that one.
You did get me on that one, but we also got to take a look at IEM side of things coming out here, right? Because that is an important event that happens, and we got to watch exactly what's going to be happening here. There we go. Look at this. All of the events, the Global Challenge, it's going to be happening real soon. 15th of December. But already, look at the teams we have here. Furia, Heroic, Vitality, Chaos. Someone pick these boys up. Liquid, Astralis, Complexity, and the best team in the world, Na'Vi.
Oh, there you go. You had it there. you just slid it right in. The best team in the world. That is a James Banks statement.
Surprise Gambit is on there. I thought they're the best team in the world.
They are, right? But right now they're just in these growing pains parts of it, you know. Okay. They weren't quite there. We should take a look at the Group B bracket because I'm completely losing my mind as we move on forward. I don't want Pimp and Maniac just to be wrong about everything when I hit it so right on the mark. What is right on the mark is this bracket right now. We saw TeamOne yesterday. They took down TeamOne looked like the better team for sure. It's actually like what they delivered, right? In the T sides were more decisive. There was a bit of back and forth. They weren't the team that had the crazy bomb round, at least, you know, that was a positive going.
Oh, yeah, that happened. I forgot about that one. Thank you for reminding me. You might look at this bracket and think, wait a minute, what is Mythic doing in that upper bracket? I thought New England Whalers would be the favorite in that matchup, but it happens that actually not. Mythic won in 3 maps, and the last 2 were actually quite decisive. The Whalers never made it to double digit. It was 16-7, 16-8. So actually quite legit victory. And now I'm excited. I'm interested to see what they can bring to the table against TeamOne, who looks like the favorite to me.
The thing is, though, when you look at Mythic, right, you may say Stream Team and all this side of it, but they've got some players that can frag. They've got some players that put a lot of time into Counter-Strike.
They got some players who used to frag a lot. Let's put it that way. Maybe they still can frag. We don't know. But Adrian, one of them, you know, a guy that has been playing at a couple of majors, a guy that, of course, were a coach for Team Liquid, you know, when they were winning everything at a certain point. So he must know a little bit about winning. Maybe he can, you know, bring in some experience. You got Cooper in there as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's Frikasot's brother. Who is
that is correct.
A good player. Yeah, but a player, you know, that at some point, you know, many, you know, thought that he was going to be the next big star start with in North America. So surely there's some skill in there, but still, they are Stream Team, James. You can't take that away from them. And honestly, I don't think they want you to take that away from them.
Oh, okay. Well, they can have the Stream Team name then. Fine, go watch their streams. What we should also do is get Twitch chat to make their votes out here. #1 and #myth is the way you want it to go. Will Mythic be a myth? Will TeamOne hit the 1-0 to go into the 2-0? 1 plus 1
conspiracies
equals
going
2,
on.
2-0. Boom.
It's not true. It's a hoax. It's a hacks. It's a myth.
Let's start with TeamOne, right? We touched on the Stream Team. Let's go on to TeamOne. Let's get serious. Let's break it down for what's going to happen in this game, because TeamOne should, on paper, come in as the favourites, being an actual team, right? Being able to fight their way through this. They're coming out of South America. We've been very happy with what we saw of them compared to a lot of these other teams so far within the region.
I think they have impressed us with what they can bring to the table in terms of team play, right? Because one of the recurring theme in that NA tournament so far is that individuals make the difference, and then you see some weird rounds happening, if you allow me to say it this way. But for TeamOne, most of the time it's quite polished, it's quite organized, and they have the individuals as well. I think the double AWP setup with Maluki and Barton is quite impressive. They are the two players to look for, right? And you have Malbs with the rifle. We talked to him yesterday, and on Dust 2 he was an absolute beast. So they seem to have that actual yin-yang between team play and individuals, which we haven't seen quite yet from other teams.
Yeah, we really haven't, right? And that's one thing that we want to see more of coming out of this region. We want to see the development of it. But TeamOne right now are in a position where they could cruise their way to the playoff stages, they can look pretty damn comfortable, and they can build on what they've started here. Just look at some of their results. Okay, you lost in Beijing to Triumph. Triumph ended up being in the final of that tournament. I think you took a 3-0 there against the Whalers. You just had a 2-1 victory against not too bad at all.
No, I think they were looking good yesterday. A team that I didn't know that much about them, but as we talked about yesterday, a couple of players have been within that lineup. You know, we talk about TAK currently in MIBR. We've seen Phelps play for them. So it's a team or an organization that somehow, have been able to attract some good players and fostered some talent. So who knows if any of these players are going to go to the next step. Next time MIBR is going to need a player. Next time Furia may need a player. You could be looking to a team like this, and if they perform in a tournament of this caliber, that could be a step in the right direction. I'm impressed by Maluki, and as you said, Malbs yesterday was doing a fantastic job.
Well, let's hear from Malbs, because in our live interview, he may have not given us so many words, so I'm hoping for a little bit more this time around.
The match against EA Gaming was kind of rough. We started pretty, we had a slow startup, but then on the second and third map, we played our game and it went how expected at first. Qualifying for playoffs in this kind of events is really important for us. I have been in the scene for many years, and playing in this kind of tournaments is a dream for me, and I just want to make the best of myself that I can be in this kind of tournaments, and showing that with my team we're capable to win any match we got.
You never had a D&D nightmare when you have no clothes on? Doesn't matter. It's time for another story, because Malbs has something to say with the AK. 3 quick headshots. He's been an absolute beast, and he's going to continue. He's not shying away from the fight, and why should he? He's a beast.
We have showed many times that we have been better in this tournaments and any other tournament over Mythic. So yeah, we're gonna take the win.
I was just dancing away and enjoying the music as we got into the background of that. Yeah, Mainx busting a 2-step as well.
2-stepping.
There was a big difference between hearing Malbs talking about this game, talking about this tournament, compared to Chaos for that matter, right? Yep. He's coming in saying this is a big dream coming true. He want to prove himself. He want to show that he's capable of being here. He's motivated, and I like that a lot.
He is motivated for sure, but we've got a team in Mythic who are kind of on the opposite end, right? They're not doing this as a dream scenario for them. They've lived the dream already in many different roles and many different ways. They've been around this kind of environment, and now they've got to show us that 5 friends playing together, having some fun, streaming their way to success, might be able to actually have a shot at playoffs.
Yes, and this is where it's interesting for me to see that a stream team, if we use that label, can actually play good, sound, fundamentally Counter-Strike, right? Because these players, most of them have been at the top level for a while, and they know what it is to play the good CS. Do they put the hours and the work in needed to have that refined CS? I don't know that. We're going to discover it. But I am certain that a player like Adrian, Flum as well, or Davey for that matter, he knows how to approach the game. They have the protocols, the principles behind Counter-Strike. Maybe the executes won't be that crazy pushed, but they know how to play the game.
And I think we're going to see that when it comes down to the 2 versus 2s, the 1 versus 1s, when you can see it relies on certain individuals where it becomes, I wouldn't say basic Counter-Strike, but where it becomes Counter-Strike that is reliant on your information and your take on the game. Because all these players in Mythic, as you said, they've been playing at a relatively high level before. Adrian, he's won everything with Team Liquid as a coach, sure, but he knows how it is to be around players with a winning mindset. So there's a lot of potential within Mythic when it comes to clutches, but as Maniac said, there's a long way from going from the executes to coming into those 2 vs 2. You got to get there first.
Well, let's see what Mythic's feeling. We've got the boy David here to give us his interview.
Waiting for that kill. There's the headshot.
It was an expected win, but it felt good either way. They definitely put up a fight. Most troubles that we had were it's just really unlucky. I don't think we made a single mistake.
Now he's looking for the second. He's about to be peeked for the ladder room, and Davey still takes that kill. 1v1, and Davey could pull off yet another clutch. This one, much more impressive though. It's right for the taking. Davey have done it, 13-6.
I think that TeamOne is a pretty good team. They've been playing together for a while. They've made a few roster changes that I think have made them better. We still expect to win, of course, but I think they will put up more of a fight. You know, they've got that Brazilian flair, a little bit of Argentinian flair as well in the way that they play. That makes them kind of difficult to play against. But we still expect a pretty clean win. And thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy.
I got to spend some time with Davey, right, when we did one of the ESL Pro League side of things.
Bonus.
I love it, yeah. I love Davey. I got a lot of love for him. I love the confidence in that as well. He's a smooth operator, smooth talker when he's coming into this. But it's a different beast the team he's going to play against now. Yes, he said we played perfect. I kind of doubt that, you know. Perfect is 16-0, 16-0. You didn't quite hit that mark.
Maybe they feel like whenever the round really mattered, then they play what they need to do. So I can understand the liberal use of perfect. They have another opportunity tonight to showcase some perfect Counter-Strike, but he seems to be aware that the fight is going to be somewhat more difficult against TeamOne.
Yeah.
And like you say, a smooth operator is like, we're probably going to win, but it's going to be a bit harder. I'm not exactly sure. We've been impressed by TeamOne, but there's talent in here, there's experience, there's flair, as you say.
Well, shall we look at our aim high head-to-head that we've got here from the US Air Force? It's always good to see what these teams are going to be doing against each other. And we have picked out Flom, who we sadly don't have a picture of, even though you should all know his face, and then Maluki, who was certainly stepping up yesterday.
Yeah, because we saw Maluki and we saw what he could do with the AWP yesterday. The level of impact he found, the level of opening kills, right now 15 in one match, you know, that's pretty impressive to me. He's a good player, and he was showing yesterday that he can play at a high level now. We don't know enough about him to see if that's, you know, gonna be a consistent way of playing Counter-Strike. Can he replicate that performance every single time? I'm looking forward to see him play again. Whereas for Flom, he's the leader of this stream team, the leader of Mythic. I believe he's also the owner, and he's gonna rock that AWP for them as well.
And he gets more views on his stream than you do.
Debatable.
I think I've seen him come up here a few times there, Pimp. We're going to take a look at the veto, though, right? Let's see how that's going to go down. Because, poor Maniac, you have a tough task on your hand.
Sometimes,
here, this might be the hardest veto you've ever had.
You have to admit when you're in over your head, and that's my situation. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. I can tell you, though, that when Mythic played the last game, Train, Mirage, and Inferno were on the cards. When it comes to their pick, they decided to remove Nuke and pick Train. I think that Mythic is going to stick with that Nuke ban. That would make sense because we have seen TeamOne being quite impressive. That's exactly the case. TeamOne removed Cover Pass. They don't want none of that shenanigans. Now, when it comes to picks, it's wide open. Mythic went for Train the last time around. Are they going to stick with it? Nope.
Vertigo,
changing.
go.
Vertigo, go.
Yeah, Vertigo. Well, that's the second highest win percentage, so there's a chance, you know, they're just looking by the statistics thinking, okay, we win more on Vertigo than we do on any other map. Let's try that. Where's come for the pick for TeamOne, Dust 2. Well, that looked pretty good yesterday. Third deciding map, if I'm not mistaken. Sure, it was a back and forth game, and there was this crazy bomb plan, or not planning the bomb, but whatever that was. But, you know, it was a relatively convincing win. So I think they're feeling very comfortable with these maps. Mirage as well, we saw them play that yesterday as well to a somewhat high level. So overall, I think TeamOne are quite confident with this map pool.
Let's get into our predictions, boys, because last time me and Maniac, we went for Rebirth, and there was
you have
no
to bring it up?
birth at all.
People had forgotten about it, Jake.
Okay,
it was already, you know, let pylons be pylons.
I got it. Men in Black. Boom. No one knows. No one knows. It's all gone. This time, I'm going for Mythic, because you know what, Davey?
You really got to double down on it. You think we're going to use the memory eraser all the time? Or just going to do that after each
I'm pulling out whenever. Boom.
Oh my god. Listen, I'm going to go for TeamOne because one of us has to be reasonable here. Obviously, Jacob's going to lose his mind in the game.
I was reasonable the game before. I was the only one who was right, Maniac.
You were 3 rounds into the game. You were laying on the floor right here. No,
because I lost my mind. I lost my mind watching some of that horrible Counter-Strike being played out. And that's the thing tonight, right? Because I think TeamOne are going to play some solid Counter-Strike. I hope they're going to play some solid Counter-Strike. That's also why I think they're going to win.
Okay, so you're both against me. It's fine. I can deal with it. Twitch chat, you guys need to be voting. What have you given us this time around? Can we see the percentages? Mythic, the stream team, you guys are with me. Let's go Twitch chat. I knew you guys were smart.
That seems like a simple choice. 92-8. Fair enough.
There you go. TeamOne have no chance. If you went on the Brazilian stream, though, there'd probably be like 100% to TeamOne and then 0% to Mythic. You never know. This is how these things can go. We're kicking it to a break, and then when we come back, we're getting the matchup. It's TeamOne taking on Mythic, as Mythic will look to try and achieve the stream team success dream. Let's go to Vertigo as Mythic picked into it to try and take on TeamOne. It's going to be an epic brawl between two teams, one that have been pictured as a stream team in Mythic, the other coming from South America, looking to achieve their dream, looking to live their dream and potentially make it to the playoffs.
One of the characteristics of TeamOne prior to this tournament was that they were playing 7 maps. We said it on the desk, we talked about it. They play 7 maps, but Vertigo is actually at the bottom of the list. It's one of the least picked map, and it's one of the maps that they banned the most. Okay. When I asked him the question in the interview, he said, I think so. So now it's time to show it. Do you play 7 maps? Because it is possible that Mythic just picked the right one.
Mythic could have picked the right one. That's what it's all about, trying to win out the veto here. But overall, if you are a team in general, you're playing more together, you're practicing more together, you should have a significant advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they will be quite comfortable. They've won the past 2 games they played on the map, and they also, one of the recorded losses they have were to the Thieves, you know, 16-14. So they put it all the way against, you know, at the time, one of the best North American teams. So I wouldn't be too worried if I'm TeamOne here. I want to see them play as well as they did yesterday. I want to see them try to approach this game being serious and try to play smart Counter-Strike. And at least, again, if they're trying, then that's halfway won the battle right there for me.
Halfway? Could it be all the way?
He's got high expectations, you know. All they got to do is try. Well, what were you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, again, by NI standards, I think, you know, trying is the least you can do.
The least you can do, right? What about you forming a stream team, Maniac? Maniac and Pimp come together.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to play with this goofball over here. That'd be fun. A stream team, that'll be fun. You know, we could have the European versus Mythic.
So we could do Pimp, Maniac. Who else is there?
Look, he's the entry fragger that we know. We've shown the stats. He's pretty good at that. I can anchor the B side. I've been doing that my whole career.
You're gonna drop an AWP for me as well?
I can drop an AWP. Cool. But you have to frag as much as Kenny has. Right?
I can do that.
That's the deal.
I can do that.
Be careful with that one.
Have Sponge in there. There's some options out there, you know.
Do you really want Chad though?
No.
Yeah, we played too much danger zone. Are we trying to blast back his way around the map?
I think he skipped the 5 versus 5 mark a little bit. He's flipped this guy 5 versus 5. Someone who has not skipped that level of play, that will be Mythic. They're streaming on a daily basis, at least some of them, and they're also playing Counter-Strike at a relatively high level, and we will have to see what they can do here to get a team run. They're going up fast towards the A bomb site. They're putting on the pressure straight away. Adrian finds a duel towards middle. Can't quite connect the shots, but the game is live.
I'm just looking into this. When did Adrian last played for Liquid 2015 and 2016? Did you take his spot pin?
Yeah.
Oh wow, harsh. This is harsh as well. Good Glock power coming out here. But Maluki, he's looking to turn this around alongside Pace-Dello. Adren, you've been toying with your food for a long time here. You now need to hit some shots, but you can't get it done. It's now all on to Kitty. Can he be a cute little kitty? He's hitting some shots, but he can't make it work. Maluki comes in with the win, and Maniac looks at me like, what the hell?
How can you downplay a player like that in a clutch situation? I'm pretty sure he does because of you, and you called him a cutie kitty. How can he win that 1 versus 1? But all joke aside, that was a great retake from TeamOne. It started extremely great for Mythic, finding a couple of Glock kills early on, but then the trades were absolutely on point. It was Pesta and Maluki together, the dream team for the retake.
Was that at a certain point? Was that a 2 versus 5?
I think it was a virtual one for about 2 seconds.
Sure.
The trades were quite fast, so I wouldn't count it as such.
That was an impressive round. And again, Maluki, I think we talked about him coming into the game. If he's starting to warm up already now, I think they could be in big trouble. He was playing so well yesterday with the AWP, but now he'll have to do it with the rifle. Good, strong buy coming out here as well. 2 M4s, important.
And you look at the on the side of Mythic as well. They have 2 Galils, 2 AKs, so they are not joking around. This is a full-on gun round that we have here in this round number 2. TeamOne have elected to start heavily towards middle, but now they're moving around, moving about the map. It's only mobs with an MP9 towards that gate. It's going to be complicated. He's going to need some backup. Mythic seems to have made a clear choice. Being used, and that's an information, but he pays the heavy price. 99 HP down for Dren, but he's still alive.
They got the bigger weapons in this round. Can they now try and make it work? Opening pick found. And Maluki's gone down, a key player. Cooper's kapowed him for a little one here. They're pushing on in. They're going as a unit. They're working as a team. They've got to stay alive, though. The spray comes out from the SMG, but PRT's instantly traded. Flom going big beard or nothing.
Should be all done. Not like his beard. I don't see them coming into this round again. Might want to think about saving these M4s, but they are fancying their chances. Trying to see if someone from Mythic wants to peek. Give them any way in back into this round, because it's looking extremely grim for TeamOne. They have a kit on Barton, but the time is playing against them heavily. And I think that's the call now. They realize we cannot do it anymore. Take our chips and leave the casino while we're winning, or not losing too much at least.
You guys never used to do that.
The casino? I have many flaws as a human being, but casino is not one of them.
Is it not?
No, not really.
I remember all the French players. I remember all the French players. Okay, so you're not technically French. You get away with this.
What do you mean technically? I am not French. This is not a technicality. Not a technicality.
You are technically not French. Fact.
Fact. I am Swiss. Fact.
No, but the French guys, you always used to go to the casino after a win. They don't drag you along?
And then the French scene stopped winning, so that was an issue. There's a problem in the equation.
Losing in a lot of things here. Mythic, though, they may have lost the opening round. They pulled themselves back into it with the bigger weaponry. Ooh, I like the stack coming out here. Maluki on top, Deagle in hand. We saw plenty of epic Deagle shots in the previous series. Despite it being a 2-0, it did deliver in some sort of a fashion. It made Pimp lose his mind.
It was a good game. Fantastic game, some may say. I'm not one of them. But it was an interesting game. I think that's what we can expect, and I think that's what we have to hope for, that every game that we watch is going to be close and exciting.
This is quite organized from Mythic so far. They started with the map control, took some of it, and then gathering up towards the A side, but Pista opens up the best of way. Kitty's going to be quick on the trade. I can never say his name without saying Kitty now. What have you done to me, Banks? 4 versus 4. Still, that power finally is going to pay off. Kitty's out of the picture. Dren, though, taking a crucial timing towards mid. That's information taken. Does he realize how much territory he's got for himself? He's winning from peak.
It's coming.
White, beautiful from PRT with the Deagle. And around that look under control now turns into a 4 versus 2 for the CT side.
Now it's the old golden boys in Davey and Flom about to show us what they've got. Davey, my fam. Oh, look at the position. Oh, look at it. Tearing them all apart, ripping them down. He's showing us the style that is coming out from the Mythic. The 2 versus 4. They look cool, calm, and collected. Go, Mythic, go.
How can you lose a 2v4 with these beards, though?
They have
you soak the bullet.
Beards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I can never do that.
I'm low-key jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be 31, but I'll never have a beard like that.
I could do the beard that long. I've not got the patience to grow it that big in the first place.
You have no.
You're gonna look like a fool for a couple of
yeah, you basically got to look it all scruffy and horrible for ages.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, Pimp. I love you a little bit of bum fluff.
I think you need to be honest, you know.
I am. I'm telling you. I love it.
You do?
Yeah. Makes you look more manly.
Well, you should know, James. I'm a man. I can prove it. I can prove it. Not needed, though. Let's not talk about it, though.
Let's focus on the game for a minute here. Before this goes horribly wrong.
Big gun. Cooper got in his hands. Let's see how far he can move up with it. Casey as well. Coming in, getting some cracks to his name. It's not quite connecting, but he's still staying alive. And with the USPs, there's not a lot of stuff TeamOne can do in this one, and it's about making it as clean as possible. Maluki is sitting here, hasn't been spotted out, but he's going to burn in a bit. And that is going to suck for him.
3-1. Great start for Mythic. We questioned Vertigo's situation. Well, they do seem to know how to play the map for sure. What can TeamOne do as a response now? They're going to go with the full buy. We see sets of rifles all across. They have the utilities to play with as well.
I like the approach by Mythic, right? It seems like they're trying to use some of that experience they've gained throughout the years being professional players that are at a high level. They don't play, you know, aggressive. They don't play relentlessly. They play somewhat smart, at least by the looks of it. And Seems like they're just going for the default rounds to begin with, trying to feel out how TeamOne are approaching the round, and this one could be big right here. Flash coming down. Vertigo gets one, gets traded instantly, but that is a good trade frag from Malps. We talked about him coming into this game. Fantastic performance in Dust 2, and good to see him getting started.
Look at Adren again. He's been using that distance, using that space. Barton, unsuspecting of the situation. Adren finds an ever so important kill. That's an avenue for the B-bomb side now. We see smokes being deployed. Cleverly, TeamOne give it up. They're gonna regroup, reorganize for the retake. Bomb is not there quite yet, so the smokes might just extinguish when it is time to defend the bomb plant. There's a lot on the line for TeamOne. They cannot allow Mythic to get away with it too easily. Good Molotov, again, delaying the inevitable. But then the smokes have extinguished, as I was talking about, forcing Davey to take some duels.
Ooh.
PRT is too quick on the trigger. Beautiful cross placement. Plum is trying to do his best to fight back. That's Maps out of the picture. 2 versus 2 now, with 37 seconds.
Oh.
Beautiful jump from Maluki, the man we've mentioned so many times, living the Dren. Coach, tag me in.
He's come away from coaching to show us what he's got when it comes to the playing. He did used to be on Team Liquid, but Pimp came in to replace him. And maybe that's why, as PRT just runs through, puts him down, puts an end to that round. Second on the board for TeamOne.
Well, technically speaking, I was replacing Symbol.
How's that feel?
Here we go. This is why Pimp's ego is so insane.
No, that's the problem, right? Because I would rather that I was replacing Adrian. That probably would have been easier on me. Probably would have been easier on my Twitter, my inbox, and all the not so nice messages I received from certain people from certain parts of the world in that time. But
oh, they're lovely people. Trust me.
Yeah. I was, yeah, sure. It was just a rough period, you know. Replacing Symbol ain't no easy task, especially when he was doing as good as he were before leaving Liquid. But we tried and we failed. But it is what it is.
How long were you on Liquid for?
1 year.
Oh, you did all right.
Yeah, well, there was. I basically asked the organization to get released from my contract, and one of the most professional orgs I've ever worked for, to be honest. And they agreed that if I wasn't motivated to stay, then they wouldn't keep me there. You don't see that often.
Did you just hate North America?
I was tired of not being home. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's always hard. Me, I don't have a home. I just run around the world, living wherever the wind takes me.
Yeah. Our home is Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And for Barton, the home is the B side, but it's under attack.
Ooh.
Hiding behind the box, flirting with the flames just a little bit. There should be a flasher, but there isn't. Davey takes a heavy toll for that one. Barton, another kill. Beautiful job with triple kill at that. He is solid. He's a rock. And the B side is closed.
He locked that down. 3 kills after standing in the flames, being pressured massively like that. Didn't turn away from the smoke that was looking to maybe be a fake flash, because it even faked out Maniac.
I thought that was you know what?
You went,
good.
what?
If one day we get a camera on us, I actually duked that flash. I'm casting the game. I turn around.
Maniac is still so in playing mode.
I'm still in the game, right?
That when he's watching the screen from this position, every now and again he just turns. You see him putting the gun out there every now and again. You see him trying to reload a fake gun in the air. Me and Pimp just look at him like, what's going on?
Oh, Malps. Only getting 1 kill right here. A good Maniac. He could have done that too, I'd say. Fortunately, didn't get away with the 1 frag. And it's live. Maluki, though, he's seeking to pressure. Again, he's gonna find 1 player, but not quick enough. Kitty takes him out, and we found ourselves in a 3 versus 4. I think Mythic have been somewhat successful with this. Until now, Pesadilla. Oh, he's close to burning to death. Yeah, that's a good nade, though. Gets away, but yeah, where he is now. PRT ready with a flashbang. They're going for a repeat right here. They're playing ultra aggressive on the CT side. I like that. But now Mythic, they've set their eyes on this A-bomb side. They want to go in.
It's going to be Adrian with the M4. He's seen his shoulder. Meanwhile, Barton just destroyed Davey, but Cooper just burning PRT to a crisp. He didn't see that one coming. Leaving Pesta in a very much precarious position. Barton spamming through the smoke.
This is good.
Revealing his position. And Mythic, they have time to play with.
Yeah, they can just run away. They might try fake it out, though, and they've done it. Barton, he believes they've gone over towards the B site. And he's walking it the whole way. Little does he know, he's been duped.
Yeah, I think he's smelling it now, though. Well aware that the action should have come by now. He's going to be in a good position, actually, maybe to catch off a player. Anticipating the aggressive play. Here we go. He's catching one off. He knows it. Last guy's planting the bomb. Tries to connect the spray. And he does it!
Oh, Barton!
Fantastic. We saw him on the B bomb side taking down 3 players with the spray. Now again with the AK-47. For a moment, I thought he was being duped there. For a moment, I thought he misread the situation, but he put himself back into the action and he caught off both of the Mythic players. Well done by Barton. And a good start here for TeamOne. Good recovery after going down after losing the pistol. Or the follow-up to the pistol. That spray right there, that's a good spray control. Just catches off the player. Takes him down through the smoke, and now TeamOne in a somewhat comfortable position. Mythic, though, they keep on breaking their bank. They have a decent buy, but not a lot of utility. 2 players without anything to throw with, but AK-47 in hands and armor, so still dangerous to go up against.
Maluki avoiding the quick rush that's coming up. Katie, she manages to get the shot onto Malbs, a big pickup for sure. But Maluki, he's ready and waiting. AWP in hand, easy for him. PRT doesn't want to stand up there for too long. Lots of eyes up on him. Sentry grenade's going to go out as the Molotov comes out towards him. He tries to go past it, but has to fall away. Drops the smoke on top of it. And he's just getting tagged up. He's getting fragged up. Davey finds him through the wall. And, well, Barton picked off the great clutch and a big round for TeamOne in the previous. It might be a little bit too much to ask on this one, so he just picks up the AWP. He's going to save it over. He's going to give it back over to Maluki next round because their money is pretty bad right now.
Sensible play. That is the sensible play for Barton. Even though we, the viewers, the fans, would probably hope to see a crazy 1v3, the reality is that he was in such an impossible position, having to cross smokes. Had a kit, but it wasn't meant to be. He's going to keep hold that AWP. We have seen on plenty of occasions what Maluki can do with it. So I fully approve the move. Mythic, thus far, have shown us that they can play the A side. Their takes have been quite efficient at that. Already 4 rounds on the board. 50% of them basically in the bag. We see here Cooper, I believe, with the great spray, finding the double kill before he plants the bomb. Great effort by Mythic. And the money situation for TeamOne is absolutely complicated, to say the least. AWP for Maluki, and M4 on Barton, MP9 for Pesta, and the rest are deals.
I'm just going to touch on this because a lot of people are spamming up our tweets right now. When we look on HLTV and look at the teams, we couldn't quite tell that KD was a female, right? We were going to get it right. We are going to use the correct pronouns with it. It was not offensive, but you guys on Twitter really lose your minds at the most basic things.
No, I think it's only fair that people make us aware, and we have been made aware, and from now on, we will be careful with that. Malbs, though, starting off good with the Deagle. It's now a 5 versus 3. What can Davey do? Cooper, great position. He's an elbow, spamming through the smoke. It's complicated for TeamOne, to say the least.
They've done a good job so far. I'd say Davey now trying to fight back. He needs to find something. He needs to get something going. Cooper is the one doing it, though. Davey gets taken down, and now it's up to Cooper to do it again. He's at 9 frags already. 8 in a good position. Punishes 1 and 2. Not sure why TeamOne felt they need to push. 8 in a 1 versus 2. It's winnable, but it's gonna be tough. Has time to play with, though. 27 HP, AK in hand, and he gets taken down by Maluki. What a start to this game for him as well. 8 frags so far, Matthew. He's showing some of that glimmer we saw yesterday as well.
He's an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast, and the more I see him play, the more excited I get. He was an instrumental part of his team's victory earlier in the tournament, and he keeps on delivering. I said at the beginning of this round that the buy was scarce, to say the least. Complicated.
Questionable, but good.
Questionable would be, I guess, a good word you can use. But they make it work, forcing Mythic to pull the timeout. And you know what, Jacob? It's happening.
They took a timeout.
Jacob is so happy right now. He's got his life here.
Lovely. So right now, Mythic, we can assume they're sitting on TeamSpeak and discussing what to do in order to, give themselves a better chance of winning the game. That concept of the timeout is such a strong prospect.
Maluki again, 75% of his opening duels won so far in the game.
It's pretty insane, right?
He don't miss.
Yesterday
he don't miss.
as well. Yesterday, was it Mirage where he went 8 for 8 in the
first
first
Mirage
match?
was absolutely crazy.
100%. So I guess he set a standard yesterday. And
quick math.
To live up to that, yeah. You're good. You're good. Such a smart boy, Maniac. Come on, we have to pat you on the back. Quick math live on stream is always a dangerous thing to do, but this time you nailed it. Mythic, though, they took a timeout and they go for the A rush. Tech 9, full rush, let's go.
Will it work out, though? Malbs is on the side. Easily picking up the first kill. Wants to try and stop the plant from going down, but Davey claps him one back. But that's all he's going to get. Pesadillo from up high will deliver the rest of the damage. Now the site is being swarmed. The Mythic shouldn't have a hope in hell's chance of winning this round. A few taps away from Flom, but it won't really connect. It won't really get much done. And now we are up 6-4 in favor of TeamOne. The CT side looking pretty damn good overall.
Looking somewhat decent, I'd say, and this round is so important for them because that's going to stabilize the economy now. That's going to give them the money in the bank. That's going to make sure that they have money in order to even lose a round if they were to. So that's going to give them a bit of extra confidence, the fact that they can now go into next round not playing with the pressure of being broke should they lose. Very important they stay alive, 4 players here. And good to see TeamOne stabilizing a little bit. Mythic off to a good start. I'm impressed with what they're doing so far. Ketty, she's been doing a good job so far, to be honest, at 10 frags. Highly impressive. The top fragger for her team. And if she can continue the way she's playing right now, then we may have a new female superstar in the making. Once again, she is seeking towards A. She's not afraid of playing, she's not afraid of taking duels, neither should she be. She's been winning a lot of them so far. Flom as well, off to a rough start individually, sitting at 2 frags, but he's not afraid of taking the duels. Once again, Mythic did charge in towards the A-bomb side.
Great take. The recurring theme on Vertigo. How many times do we see these smokes being put down and then retakes been organized? TeamOne biding their time. The bomb has been planted quite yet. The nade doesn't hit the mark, so Dren will be left alone. I say that though, it's not gonna make it back alive. It's now a 4v5, forcing Mythic to make any kind of difference. We're still hiding behind the sandbag. It's a very strong position, and I don't see any Molotovs for TeamOne, which means that he should be able to stay there for as long as he wants. Flom flirting with the idea of fighting, he's waiting for the right flash. The bomb has been tapped, so far so good. Flom is just picking him up through the smoke.
Oh, that's
and it's
the way.
not gonna make it. 5th round for Mythic.
A good round as well. They can be very happy with the hold on that.
Yeah, and I may have jumped the gun a little bit. The economy is not looking that good.
Yeah, they've had a few losses, right? So
yeah. Well, they did survive 4 players the round before this one, so there is money for a buy here, but it's going to be a bit scrappy again.
No AWP.
No AWP, that's a problem, but we have seen it work for them so far in this game. But it is a game that is going back and forth right now. None of the teams have been able to really stabilize and get out of a good position here. Trades back and forth. Pesadillo, he wants to take control over the A ramp, and that's a good idea because they've been losing a lot of control on the map so far. Davey has gone down, but not without a kill. Good trade fair coming from Barton. He had the flash again. West coming out, but
they're ready.
He's waiting. 2 kills to her name, and she's up to 12 now. Top fragging on the server. Doing a fantastic job. 2 versus 3. Cooper is seeking out middle. Hoping to find something.
But Barton, look at this.
No,
he's aware of the
God.
situation.
Oh, yeah.
He's got their number figured out.
Oh, he made
He's
noise.
waiting. Yes, he stepped. Do they know to take him out? Yes, indeed. Dren, quick shot onto Barton. I thought he had made it all, but you guys were right. The step, it was his undoing.
Yeah, he would have been fine. Most likely to get at least 1 had he not dropped down. Unfortunate for him. Kaida will get the bomb down, and Maluki will try and hunt some more down. He'll see if he can do some maybe damage if they go hunting for him. But his ultimate goal is to save this weapon because their money is absolutely busted. Yeah, here we go. Mythic do go on the hunt. A little bit too slow to actually probably catch up with him.
I wonder if I'm already ready to call it a successful half for Mythic.
Yeah, to be fair, what do we say? What, 60-40?
It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all to make it to 6 already. And I like what I see from them. I like, first of all, the organization, the step 1 of the rounds, the utility being used on the A side, quite clean as well. But the redirection, the clutches, the moves, the end rounds. We can see the reads coming out of these players. We call them experienced, we call them seasoned. Some of them have been in the game, in the realm of Counter-Strike for the longest time, and it shows at the moment. TeamOne were my favorite starting this game. They impressed me a lot in these first few games we've seen them, but they are getting tested.
They are surely getting tested. Right now, I would even go as far as saying they're struggling a little bit to find their footing in this game. PRT hasn't had much luck. That's a nice boost again. Melps finding a shot with the Deagle, evens out the round. Flom goes down, but can't quite catch the weapon. That's an important factor to look at. The reboost coming in right here. Maluki finds another kill. That's bomb down. Cooper's in a good position. I'm not sure there where he's sitting behind bandbags. And there we go. He's going to come in from behind. Find one, find two. Get almost a third one, but still, the round is alive.
Oh no, Katie whiffs the spray. Barton delivers the deagle shot. Now weapons can be put into the hands of these players, but Davey can use his experience, use his class to try and outplay him. Hits the first one, but takes a fair amount of damage. Needs to go in for the next, and Barton hasn't picked up a weapon just yet. He's got the deagle, he's taking the shots, and he's put Davey down to 6 health. The flash goes up as Davey wants to reapproach the position. Wants to try and find his opportunity, find his chance, and he's instantly domed. Barton, you clutch God right now. You are bringing it back and pulling off all the shots for TeamOne. And he doesn't even look hyped by it because it's just a normal day in the office for him.
Cold-blooded killer. Starting this game, he was the second highest rated in his team, and he's showing us why. Fantastic job with the deagle here. And we could see how it was a psychological warfare between him and Davey.
Yeah.
Waiting, biting. Am I going back to A-ramp? Am I going back to Speedway? You're going to have to make a choice. And Barton did make the right one. Beautiful clutch with the deagle. And TeamOne, they might have just averted a huge crisis here. They're going to have a full purchase moving on to this round number 13. AWP on Maluki. The rest of them all displaying that beautiful M4. The gun we like. The AUG has now disappeared.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I kind of used to like it. I think it's great to see some players still busting out on Nuke, for example.
Yeah, I think the balance right now is pretty good. You see it on Train sometimes, you see it on Nuke, but you know, you only see it when it makes sense.
Yeah, you talk about balance. I feel like we struggle to have actual 2 weapons really viable. It's either overpowered or people don't use it as much.
Sure.
We're getting close to that point now, but still, like, if you think about it, not that many people burst out the AUG.
No, the Creek has gone completely missing as well.
That is correct.
Thank God.
Really disappeared.
Thank God.
Well, I mean...
No. Don't try to make any positive out of the Creed. I do not want that back in the game.
All I wanted to say was that I think Gambit is a fantastic team.
Oh, Pim! I can hug you.
Yeah, please don't touch
Luckily,
me.
social distancing is still in full effect.
Yeah, but you know who doesn't want to distance this? Barton with the M4 is going to get destroyed by Cooper, leaving PRT alone. Good spray adjustment on Kitty.
Ooh.
A second one as well, but Davey is quick on the trigger. Bessa now pondering the options, thinking about maybe making the jump. Please don't fall.
You'd hate to see it in a round like this. They definitely need him alive. Adren, Davey, and Flom. Oh, Davey, no! But Adren saves you behind, and Flom pulls out the Tech 9 and grabs the 7th round for Mythic.
Team play right there. Team play. You're reloading. I got you. I cover you, man. I'm right behind you.
You can
tag me in.
Teamwork.
Oh, God. You guys done?
Me and Maniac have way too much fun. They're just pimp in the middle going, please, why?
Yeah, well, you guys are cool, but...
Oh, you're being really nice. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know, I think after the first game today, I know that can't get much worse. So I'm, you know, positive right now. Davey and Adrian finding a frag each in this last round of the first half. It's been a big back and forth. I do want to say Mythic, they've been surprising me. They've been playing well.
Yes.
Took a timeout, and it was clear to see what they wanted. They want to play in the Wolfpack mentality. This time they're waiting for the peaks. Not quite winning the duel right there, but still in a 2 versus 3 is TeamOne, and it's going to be tough for them to convert this one. Barton has been highly impactful so far. Won a couple of rounds single-handedly, I'd say, but this one with a deagle, that's going to be even tougher.
He's going to have to pull some kind of miracle out of the hat. Repositioning with the deagle. Unfortunately, we know that's the wrong call. He doesn't. The curse of the caster, knowing what's happening. He's certain that someone is going to come from behind, and he does not read the situation well. That's a free bomb site for Mythic, plus they're being completely silent. And there you have it. I was going to say, oh my god, did the cadaver just drop down the building? That is absolutely sad. Just falling down.
You guys are fantastic to be spending my
having a good time
Wednesday night with. Yeah, honestly, I am having a good time. Maluki, though, I think he's struggling a little bit, figuring out how to win this one, and there's nothing he can do. 1 kill more to her name, 15. Impressive first half, and the first half is done and dusted, James.
The first half is done and dusted. Pimp. Mythic get the lead, 8-7. We're going to a break, and when we come back, we'll see the deciding half of the first map, Vertigo.
Ask if we could talk, but then say nothing. Maybe you just had too much to say. 'Cause when you call me up, you just want one thing. And maybe in in the end you'll get your way. But I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, if we should take it slow, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna show ya, I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. We just need to stop and take a moment to slow things down, work this out. I got your love on top, we're in the moment, and maybe that's what we're about. Tell me what you want me to be, baby. I promise I can be the one you're craving. 'Cause I think that I know what you've been chasing. And girl, I'm sick of waiting. I'll be yours for the taking. But I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, if we should take it slow, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna show you, I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know you, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, if we should take it slow, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna show you, I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, if we should take it slow, oh, 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 yeah. Just wanna know, I just wanna show you, I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know.
The Stream team in Mythic picked Vertigo, and they are up 8-7 after a pretty damn good T-side. They started off strong, then it got a bit wavy. There were some really good clutches coming out from Bartin, but overall, Mythic just took the lead. Can they grab the pistol round on their CT side? Can they show their stuff and put TeamOne down 0-1 in the opening of this series? Mythic.
That is
Walk
the question,
on,
Jay.
buddy.
That is the question. Flum here with the USB, hearing a lot of steps. He's being trailed. He's going to have time to put down the smoke, giving him some leeway, some time to breathe in. Does he decide to stay behind? No. He's going to turkey himself in with his teammate. Having a grand old time. A little bit of fire through the smoke. Not able to connect so far. And Davey with the dually coming in from behind.
Adrian?
What?
Somehow, some way, finding 3 kills.
What?
Quick 3 kills. One of them through the smoke. Not sure how, but he's going for more. He's feeling it. May that be a mistake? Nope. They're gonna take down mobs as well. Adrian with 4 kills. That was so fast. 2 of them being through the smoke, I think.
I am confused.
Yeah, me too. I think TeamOne, they lacked a smoke right there. They only one of the sides smoked.
Can we
off,
get
so
a
they had to go
replay of
through
that madness? I need to see what Adrian just did. Okay, this is clean, crisp,
right there, buddy.
nice, and that is illegal and illegal again. Cool. That's what happened.
Well, a kill is a kill.
What a round from Madren.
It did lack a smoke though to cover off the other side of the side, sort of, so you could have used the ramp to get up there as well. Barton though getting run boosted over here, that could be dangerous if they're not aware, but fall down, so capitalize anyway.
If only.
Well, it's a full purchase for TeamOne.
I would have been
we've seen that many times the other day. They are never ever saving in the second round. They give everything they have to fight back. And a lot of resources have been devoted to that B side. Kid from Maluki.
I just want to see Davey play with that MP5 and roll back the years to 1.6, and the MP5 was good. If he gets a kill, I'm going to be oh so happy. He's tapping away. It's making some silence noise. He's got a kill. Davey's doing it all with an MP5. Kills on the board. Elliot, get me some stats with an MP5 of how many kills there's ever been with that weapon.
I've never seen someone be so happy to see an MP5 get a kill.
It's the most useless gun in the game. Like, every other gun is significantly better. It doesn't make sense. Why did
weapon.
Why did they bring the MP5 back just to make it terrible?
Well, speaking of terrible, Barton didn't have a shot in this one.
Oh, that's harsh. Barton's really good.
No. I mean, oh my god, the
so
play.
bad.
Not the player, the play. He had a terrible...
You heard it as well, Pimp, yeah?
Oh my god. Why do you try and make me look like I'm a bad person? Everyone but Londers know I'm nice. Just Londers thinks I'm bad maniac. Hashtag bad person. Well, oh well.
Everyone's got cats, man.
Yeah, but then again, that's beautiful.
Meow.
That is absolutely beautiful. Yes, indeed. I miss my cats very much. It's gonna be okay.
Soon, matchup. Soon you'll be home. It's gonna be good. TeamOne, they're struggling to get a foot in the MVT side. They're struggling to get a foot inside the game again. They had a couple of moments, a couple of chances on this MVT side to really get a grab of the game.
MP5. MP5.
If we could mute James, that'd be nice.
I was exactly gonna say that. I say someone out there needs to do something about this game.
Wait for it. He's getting another one.
Well, it's one hell of a cheap kill right there, James. You need to calm down.
Mate,
Cool
you
sound
don't
effect,
see
though.
it.
I do
Thank
see
you.
it. It's not a great weapon, let's be honest.
It's trash. It's actually trash.
Well, he's still killing.
Yes, Davey's a god. A Canadian fan.
Just look at the money situation for Mythic here. Take a second for that. Davey 7.5, KD 7.1, Cooper's 4.6. That is money in the bank. They have that sweet cushion of protection. And I wonder if we're not going to see them actually just stick with their guns and play like a super aggressive brand of Counter-Strike. Maybe down middle, down a ramp, maybe push down the B stairs. There are many, many different avenues to be aggressive on the CT side of Vertigo if you have these weapons. So I think, as I'm mentioning, we see Davey here putting down that Molotov, staying close behind. He's going to have no opponent in front of him. It's going to be Adrian with the M4 hiding behind the smoke. That is a move that we've seen many times now on Vertigo.
Will he get away with it? Got an SMG to help him out. They're trying to burn away some flames at their feet and push TeamOne around. Davey's still rocking the MP5 because he believes he can make it work. But you know who can work it work? Katie. She's getting it all done alongside Flom. They're backing each other up. The teamwork is on point. It is going in their favor, but it's still close. 3 versus 2. The pistol comes out, but Katie, she can't get the kill. PRT finds it blind, but Adren, he's trying to get the magic done. But Davey now, he may have made the ultimate wrong decision with all that money in the bank. He's got the godlike MP5. He expects to try and win this round with Julies and an MP5. Davey, what is wrong with you, my brother? Pesadelo right now is being cautious, and rightly so. He has no idea where Davey is. Did he pick up the bomb? He didn't pick up the bomb.
Not yet, but the longer it gets, the more complicated it's going to be for Davey to know where his
If
money is
Davey sticks with this weapon, this could be the ultimate 400 IQ play.
I mean, he's got to be proactive, right? You cannot just let the game move on. I would like to see Pesa just grab the bomb, by the way.
Yeah, he still
I think doesn't have it.
Did he think he picked up the bomb?
Or
he just realized. He just realized.
Was that the moment he realized he didn't have the bomb? I think
and he's making so much noise. He's making so much noise. Davey into clutch now with an AK-47. Pesadelo. Oh! Davey, my God, why did you do that to us? He did get the round, luckily. Davey even look on his face like, I don't deserve that, bro.
That is the sigh of relief right here.
If he had the MP5, he would have never missed.
Debatable. Look, I think we all realized the moment where Pesa just takes into account the fact that he doesn't have the bomb. Because he had outmove his opponent, and then he's like, wait a minute,
what?
Clicking 5,
what is this?
It's not coming. That could have been all. But we have to mention that Mythic did pull off the bonus round. They pushed towards A ramp, and we talked about it. We talked about being aggressive with these weapons, and they made it work. It is a huge win for them. 12-7 on Vertigo. Remember, we pre-phased that game talking about how TeamOne looked solid. They looked like favorites, potential favorites from this competition. Mythic, they're just fighting back. Okay, now being baited by Davey. Barton good with the deagle. He's an absolute beast with that weapon.
Mate, honestly, Barton in general has just been huge for TeamOne so far on Vertigo. Still, though, they're 4v3. They haven't picked up the weapons from the kill. They did manage to drop onto Davey.
Yeah, I hate to do it, though, but Malps, he was showing so much potential yesterday in Dust 2. By far the best player on the 3rd deciding map, but so far today, he's been struggling to get it done. He's currently 9-20, and I think, without going too far, saying that even for him, that's disappointing. Flom in a good position there with AWP. That should be easy, but it's not. Nice kill, but Katie's there to clean it up. 22 kills for her, and that is a good start to her for the game as well. Mythic up 13-7. At this point, I'm thinking it's about to be too late now. If you are TeamOne now, you cannot afford to lose this round. You have to win this one if you want to have any chance, any hope of coming back into this game. And I think, despite this being Mythic's map pick, we couldn't really expect such a one-sided scoreline so far.
I expected it to be a bit more competitive, I'll be honest.
Absolutely. But we can definitely see from Mythic, like, there is some thought process behind it, right? The plays,
Hello.
when I talk about it, Davey here, trying to be aggressive. But that's what I'm trying to say. They've been proactive. They're changing the way they approach every round. And now it's going to be on to Dren. Hard check by Barton. Quick shot at that. And now Flum taking matter into his own hands with the AWP. First shot is through. He's completely blind. Does he have any backup? Absolutely not. He's going to have to do it all himself. Second kill for Flum. He's making some miracles. He was not able to hold that mouse push. But Flum with the AWP. He's got 2 already, and he's gonna need more if he wants to win this round. Tucked in on towards mid. Good Molotov to prevent the plant. Grenade as well from Cooper. Damage is not too impressive. He's going in with the AWP. Mobs would take him out. Cooper now in a 1 versus 1. And he has no idea about Maluki's position. That could be it all, and in the back, his stabity stab. Maluki with the AWP.
Stabbity stab with an
Stabbity stab with the AWP beep beep.
It's getting late in here, isn't it?
It's getting warm in here, I'll be honest.
Okay. Guys, I'm so used to have like 4-minute segments and we have to hurry on, but here I can just talk about whatever I want.
Yeah, man, that's the problem we've unleashed.
I love it.
Giving him a mic,
Never
and
getting
walk
back.
around the studio. Maniac, commentator confirmed. Make the HLTV thread right now.
Please don't.
I just don't want to leave Jacob on the desk. We're having such a good time.
Please don't leave me.
We're never leaving you, Jacob. You're coming along for the wild ride. That's why you're here. Streaming career is over. No one watched anyway. Flom's the #1 CSGO streamer. You are here in the commentary desk, everything with us. We are blood brothers.
Okay. Okay. That only gives me more motivation to show you and Flom for that matter. And of course, there's only one CSGO stream out there worth watching. But let's focus on the game, shall we? Davey in unorthodox position gets 1 kill, but that's not going to be enough for him. Flom finds a refrag, and we got a 3 versus 3. Flom has been good with AWP in the second half. This time around, though, he's fighting against the better AWP on the server.
Nice.
Doing a fantastic job. 24 kills to her name. And Maluki finds himself in a tough 1 versus 2. The timing right here, though. That's going to be third dimensional. There we go. That's it. 14-8. I'm afraid that we're going to have to give this one to Mythic. I'm having a hard time seeing how TeamOne are going to fight back. I think they've been in control so far.
They've been absolutely in control. They've been changing the pace. They've been mixing things up as well. Some of the individuals, Katie obviously, but Flom with the AWP as well, stepping up massively, having a huge impact. Maluk is trying his best with the big green, but he's not finding the same kind of success as we talked about early on in the pre-show. And Vertigo might have been a question when it comes to the pick. I talked to you guys. I told you Vertigo was at the bottom of the list for TeamOne. And so far, we are seeing the limits of what they can do. Pull up of Jamie. Davey actually doesn't mind the MP5. He had 33 kills before that round, but he also had 100 with the dual Berettas. So what it means, by the way, is that we should not take into account him playing with the gun because he's lost his mind anyway.
Jamie. Jamie.
What did I say?
No, it just says Jamie. Like, what is my name?
Nah, I guess some call you James.
Elliot and me are going to be having words.
Oh,
I ain't no Jamie out here.
Oh, Lord.
But I respect Elliot's hard work on bringing me my stats. Took him a while, though. I'll be honest. I expect you to be a bit faster, Elliot, next time. But I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one. Right now, Mythic are in such a good position. This is their map pick, but it's been quite a decisive game so far. Cooper in a really nice spot. Would it be checked? He can hear a lot of what's going on. TeamOne are around him, but they don't have the greatest weaponry to play with here. It's all going to come down to this timing. Who's he going to see? What's he going to understand? There's an AK that could get close to him, but he gets absolutely destroyed. Malves, he hits the perfect shot. The entry is going to work out. And now Flom and Adren, they're on the site. They're tapping a few players up, but they can't net themselves the kills just yet.
Look at the utility for Mythic. Yes, they're not in an easy position, but they have 2 smokes to play with. 5 flashes and a nade. Davey's going to start up the show, taking out Pessa. And I do believe they have what it takes to retake. Perfect flash. It's going to give them a little bit of leeway to grab that map control. We see Davey covering the angle where Katie's pushing. Someone needs to smoke that bomb.
Oh no!
He's going to get the first kill. David covering the smoke, doing a fantastic job. Flom is striking in with the AWP, a trend retaken, and it's all on to Maluki now. He's in a 1 versus 3, takes 1, takes 2, takes 3! The blood from Maluki!
Maluki! 4 kills in a dream. He doesn't even pick picks up the AWP as well. That's a huge bonus round for TeamOne. They get a round that they had no business winning. Mythic had the perfect retake on the cards, and they just didn't check him. He sideswipes them all. He dominates all 3 of them, and we are up at 14-9. TeamOne are not out of this yet.
Great clutch coming from Maluki. Found the perfect timing to come in with the spray. And Mythic, well, they realized too late that he could be towards what we in Denmark call the French fry area. But
French fry area?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm using that, man. I'm definitely using that.
That's what it is. That was a great round, and it keeps them inside the game, right? 9-14 now, and there's still a chance. One is, of course, not looking good here for Mythic. Get some damage done, though, and it's still a round that could tip their way. Cooper finds 1 and 2 kills towards me, and all of a sudden he gets big trouble. If he dies here, that's it. There we go. 1 versus the Pesta, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he knows where the second player is.
And they don't have much health.
1 and 28 HP.
Now, Pesto, he forgot the bomb last time around, and again, it's quite a way away from him. Him and the bomb, they're not the best friends. Maybe he can find harmony with it in this round. He's got to get close to it first, and he's looking for the CTs. He's making a lot of noise. He doesn't actually have to go that fast. He's going to give away a lot of information. If I was one of those players, I would just be sat in the toilet just then. I'd be like, ha-ha, peekaboo.
Is that what you do on Vertigo?
Well,
next time I play against you, I'll make sure
that's
to...
why you're here, James, and not on the server.
Mate, Vertigo,
fair statement.
Vertigo was just a VIP map when I played, yeah. That's how far back we're going.
VIP, man. That was the time.
Protect the VIP.
AS oil rig. Drop down the vent, getting them CTs. Speaking of CTs, Mythic are now on the cusp of winning that first map. 15-9 against a team that we pre-faced our potential favorite in this tournament. They are flipping.
What, Mythic's potential favorite, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Good man.
Trying to duke me here. Trying to have me fall into
Never.
your trap.
Would I ever do that, Maniac?
Yeah, you're doing that every day. My whole life is just about missing those traps.
Missing those shots, and Katie, she does not miss these. Look at her locking it down. Deals away with 3, but Pesadello, he may not be good with the bomb, but he's good with the deagle. Mal's firing off some shots as well. And Cooper, slow as you like, not looking to help his teammates out. Wants to be sneaky with it. May be able to clutch this round out, but it's going to take off some incredible heroics from him. I'm not talking about the team, I'm talking about his individual performance. First one found, second one he goes up for it, but he can't make it work. The AWP shuts him down, but it's an expensive round for TeamOne. Mythic, their money's not so hot either. Game is still on.
Could have gone horribly wrong for TeamOne. Oh my. Pesta saving them with that double deagle kill, and then Malps with a great timing, great lurks was mid. Again, the financial situation of Mythic is complicated to say the least, but they have only 1 round to win. That's the only thing that separates them from winning the first map. So they're going to bide their time. They're going to take it easy, be conventional when it comes to purchases, and I respect that. Don't need to put any pressure on you. PRT starting off the best way possible, punishing Olo. Then taking the right timing. First kill onto Barton. Good trade from Maluki.
Trading out to full effect. Flom just walking out to his death. Maluki had not moved from that position. Davey decided to hop off from the MP5 and bring out, well, nothing, because he didn't get any chance to even use it. He gets slapped. 11th round secured. Now we will see them probably just eco normal style, I'm hoping.
Yeah, should be. I want to give a shout out to my man Malps. He was sitting at a 9-20 scoreline, and now he's all of a sudden come alive.
My man, he says.
My man. He's been playing good.
My
he was
man.
good yesterday in Dust too. I really liked what I saw, and he's trying to redeem himself right here. Maybe a bit too late, but we'll see. As James said, another eco coming out from Mythic, pushing middle.
I like this.
Pesa, he's in a nice position. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, and make that 4 as well. Yes, sir. There we go. Nice spray control from Pesa. It feels good to get 4 frags like that. It feels real good.
I don't know. I've never had it, so don't know how it
I'm
feels.
sorry about that. James, it feels good. It feels really good.
But don't ask him.
What are you on about? What are you on about? Have you seen my YouTube channel?
Nope.
You're an absolute beast.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Beast at what?
I mean, he's standing right next to me. I really have no chance to say anything.
Are you scared, huh?
You should be.
For what?
There you go.
We'll put Pim back on the floor in a second.
Turn.
Someone mute his mic. Here we go. Clutch King. Bartin has won 2 1v5s in the last 31 days.
Yeah, wait, okay, hold on.
With one being yesterday. So you just went back 31 days to find the next one, didn't you, Elliot?
Let's just put it out there. The one he won yesterday, we are talking about the situation where his team is now planting bombs at a different one.
That's a 1 versus 5 minute.
Ah, fair enough. What am I supposed to say?
Imagine having the brain capacity to win a 1 versus 5 without killing a single player.
Look, when I was playing the game, because my mechanical skills were limited, I had to develop a super brain for the game. I had to find a way to fight back. So I couldn't aim. I needed to be clever. I needed to be smarter.
So you got Kenny on the team.
Exactly, and that's my big brain. See? It all comes together.
You're like, Kenny, come here. Frag, kid, frag. Help us carry these old men.
To be fair, he was doing a good job.
It's not too bad.
So is Mythic. Maluki, well, he's not had a bad game, but he hasn't had the same impact we saw yesterday. Vertigo can be a tough map, though, I feel, with the AWP, especially on the T side. Right here, he's searching, waiting for an opportunity to hit one of those shots. He was hitting so many off yesterday, but nothing comes his way.
Now, Pimp, you say it's tough to AWP on Vertigo.
Can be.
I remember a certain Shiro from Gambit who was owning with it.
We really need to.
We're gonna start taking 5% off your day rate anytime you mention Gambit. It's gonna go down real fast.
Is it worth it?
Depends if they go to my pocket.
Maniac only cares about himself. Typical Swiss out here.
With that kind of message out there.
He is Swiss, so does make sense. Adrian, Cooper, they're ready for this, aren't they?
Can they react to it? Can they hit the shots they need? Sentry grenade goes out. He needs to be careful. They start to fall back. They're working around each other. The flash goes up, but none of them go down. Cooper trying to make it work, but PRT, he's far too strong. Flom's in a good position, but they're going to be able to push onto the site. And TeamOne have found the other opening in it. Is it all falling apart for Mythic at the last hurdle here? With this round, and if they can shut Mythic down, it is a huge problem because the money will not look great for him.
Yeah.
Good positions here from TeamOne as well. And you can see the teamwork, that performance really paying off for them.
I almost feel like Mythic has to make a choice. Do they go for it, do they not? They're displaying the smokes now. Davey has a kit, so it is absolutely doable. PRT is going to stick in the smoke. The spray is not quite in control. He's still defusing smoke. Do they realize? Yes, indeed. The cleanup crew is activated. Round number 13 for one. And now, when we look at the finances for Mythic, we see the consequences of playing that round out. I thought they might just reconsider it save because it is now 13-15. And they have to make that choice that all of us hate. Do we have 2 half buys or do we do a full eco round to then play the round number 13?
I would have loved to have seen Mythic's cameras at that point because I bet they were all laughing at the fact that they even tried that to get the 16 round on a little speed diffuse.
Would have been fun though.
Yeah.
Would have been fun though. Cooper buying up the DJ. Had a chance, couldn't quite connect it, and just to touch a little bit on the round we just saw, I think Flom missed a flash for Cooper and
that's where the second flash came in after.
Yeah, they were in good position, a good flash, would probably given them the kills, but that's the small dynamics of Counter-Strike sometimes. Maluki finally finding an opening. They're doing a good job with that to die again. Adrian with a deagle, hoping something comes his way, but I like TeamOne, you know, despite being down 14-9, they still kept to their game plan. They still kept playing smart, kept playing together, and it's been rewarding. And now, I would say a couple of seconds, maybe minutes away from being in a position where they can go to overtime.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment, right? They've been with their backs against the wall for quite a period of time in that game, and they still stick to the plan. They play the clean and clinical type of Counter-Strike. We see no despair or disappointment coming out of them right now. It's quite clean what they have to offer. Their executes are polished, the retakes are organized, or rather the post-plants are organized, the positions they're holding, and each role is pretty clear. It's going to spot 2 players. That's a lot of information for Mythic. They have a decent amount of bodies right there. So one has to be absolutely precise and disciplined. It starts very well. And now it's just Davey in a 0 versus 5. Round number 13. We have it, guys. We have it.
OT on the cards unless Mythic can find the answer. Come back to how they started on their CT side. They got 5 rounds in a row. It was looking good. Then they traded a few rounds back and forth. Now we have seen 5 in a row on the T side for TeamOne, where it was looking like Mythic could have closed it out. This is the all-important round. This is where they need to deliver. And they've gone in for a double AWP setup CT side. They're counting on some long-distance fireplay duels. Katie, she has been absolutely incredible so far. She's been the star player for the team. And Cooper just landed the money shot. That's Maluki going down early on. He's still sticking around. He wants some more. He's potentially going to go in. Oh, he spots it. That's huge. The pickup they needed. There's a bit of backup there. And Katie, she saves Cooper. This was vital. Now it's a 5v2. Mythic are looking to make the magic happen. It's their map pick, but it's all down to Pesadelo and PRT to take their team on TeamOne to overtime. It's going to be very hard. The setup hasn't changed. The Dren with the second AWP that they haven't seen him play just yet. He's poised. He's ready. He's looking at the stairs. He takes the shot and he legs PRT. Little does he know, he still pretty much landed the shot. Flom comes on the cleanup duty. Pesadelo's all alone with 34 health. He throws out the grenade, but he's not going to get it done. The AWPs reign supreme and Mythic pick up their map pick. It certainly wasn't easy. There was a fight at the very end, but 16-14 will still see them in a good position.
Two heavy hitters, Cooper and Katie, doing what they had to do to win this game. 28 and 27 frags. That was a very impressive performance, by both of them. I think Mythic played a good game of Counter-Strike, and I would even go as far as saying the TeamOne, they did everything they could in order to fight back into that game. That's exactly what we requested, James. A nice, tight game with a bit of nerve in it.
Look, both T sides, I think both teams here had an idea on how to operate on that map, and for Mythic, it went through the double AWP setup at the very end. When they finally had all that cash, we see Cooper coming in clutch with the 2 kills, Adren as well with the election on the B side. That's what all they needed, 30 rounds to make it to on Vertigo.
It was Vertigo, it was their map pick, but we're going to have to see how it goes when we come back from the break, because that was just the start of this series between TeamOne and Mythic. Let's get into map 2 soon. Mythic picked up their map pick of Vertigo. It potentially could have been a 16, 9 or 10, but they let it slip away. It got incredibly close, but they sealed the deal with a double AWP setup at the end of Vertigo, and now we move to Dust 2, TeamOne's pick. Overall, Mythic showed us that it's more than just a stream team. They've got some impressive players, and Katie, well, she stepped it up in a big way alongside Cooper to ensure they could even get the win.
Posting plus 180 AR, 28 kills to an aim. That was very, very impressive. Had a good half, had a good game overall. Putting it on to TeamOne. I think it was, as we said, again, they went back and forth. Again, they could have gone both ways, but at the end of the day, Mythic were in a good position throughout more or less the entire game, and they got it closed down with the double AWP setup you talked so much about at the finish of the game.
Yeah, listen, I had a lot of questions when it comes to Mythic at the beginning of that game. I was not too familiar with them as a team. Obviously, we know some of the players out there, but the question I had regarding, how coordinated they would be, how serious they would be, how disciplined they would be, well, I got all my answers. That was a clean T side coming out of them. I agree with you. They did let it go a little bit on the very end. I think we also have to give some credit for TeamOne, grinding these rounds back, staying calm, staying collected. But Mythic, they have a lot to offer, and now questioning the fact that we're moving on to Dust 2. When are we going to think about the possibility of a 2-0 here?
And this is it, right? Realistically, it could be on the cards. Everyone can play Dust 2. Dust 2 is not a map that requires the highest level of teamwork. Yes, when you get to the upper echelons of it, but we saw yesterday from TeamOne, right? They can play Dust 2. Yes, they got the win on it, but it wasn't exactly like the most mind-boggling, creative, innovative Dust 2 we've ever seen.
Sure, but it's one of those maps where you can be super, super explosive on. So if TeamOne is going to be explosive, they could potentially run all over Team Mythic, whereas I feel Mythic, they will, try with the same approach, a little bit more laid back, play together, go in the Wolfpack mentality, maybe explode towards the B bomb side, go for a couple of long rushes, something like that. The two teams have played Dust 2 before against each other, and back then it wasn't a close affair. TeamOne won 16-5, I believe. They've also lost to Year, which also, were a team we saw yesterday, and they lost 16-6 in that map. So Mythic have tried Dust 2, haven't really been looking good.
It's definitely a good map for TeamOne. I think it's absolutely out of the question now. There's a player that we need to mention who was lights out on Dust 2 yesterday, and now he's a bit quiet. It's Malbs, right? He was the rifle. He was a star rifle as far as I'm concerned in these first performances here on Vertigo. He didn't really miss, he didn't really hit the mark. He missed that one, but he can bounce back. We heard him in an interview. He seems confident. He seems trustworthy as well. He gives everything. I like the feeling of hearing someone talking about how much it means to play these tournaments, but now he's got the opportunity to show it. He's got to be the star.
And this is the thing, they need to prove, right, not just how much this means to them, but that they are the team, the better team, they are the more well-drilled team. This is when they really need to show their stuff. They can't make a mistake like this.
No, they can't, and it is a giant opportunity right here, and I think they feel the pressure a little bit. Now, they got the first map to warm up, and Mythic did well, but you could see at the end of that game, TeamOne, they came alive, and they started to play some decent Counter-Strike. I expect that to carry on over on Dust 2, and the 2-0 you proposed, I don't think it's going to happen.
Don't think it's going to happen. I didn't propose it, but that was Maniac.
No, it was definitely James.
Why are we blaming me? Why is this even a thing? It definitely wasn't me, boys. But we're going to get to Dust 2. We're going to move our way onto the break. And I will send it, Pimp. Don't worry. Do you want to do it? Go on.
Guys, Maniac here. Send it to a break.